The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network. This episode of the Super Media Bros podcast is brought to you in part by Audible. Now I know what you're thinking. Super Media Bros and Audible? Yeah, that's a thing. Because like listening to our podcast, you can now listen to audiobooks on the go. We know that you have a busy life and that sometimes that gets in the way of sitting down with a book. But now you can take audiobooks with you on the road, if you're exercising, or if you just want to sit back and relax and have somebody read to you. As you know, we talk about bad movies on this podcast from time to time, and it just so happens that one of our favorite bad movies of all time actually has a book. It's called The Disaster Artist, and it was written by Greg Sestero and Tom Bissell. In fact, the audiobook version is narrated by Greg himself. Trust me, this is a really good one. But that's not the only book on Audible. There are literally thousands of titles that you can choose from. And we're offering up a free 30-day trial if you go to audibletrial.com/supermediabros. But audiobooks aren't all you'll find there. There are also podcasts, wellness programs, theatrical performances, A-list comedies, and exclusive Audible originals that you won't find anywhere else. Get your free 30-day trial today by going to audibletrial.com/supermediabros. That's audibletrial.com/supermediabros. Make your life just a little bit easier today with Audible.
Super Media Bros.
We might be late to Shark Week, but at least we're gonna talk about some fucking fish in some water.
You know, I've actually never watched Shark Week.
Same.
I feel like I'm a really bad American for it.
Well, when you watch Shark Week, you can be a real American. Welcome to episode 237 of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
We're talking about fish and water. It's called Cinema Showdown 99. We're almost at 100. We're almost there. We promise.
We got to do something special for that.
Oh, we will. We will. There's definitely going to be some special shit on tap for that one.
Good.
Jaws versus Piranha. I know on paper, everybody out there saw this and was like, really? Like everybody out there is like, no-brainer, it's Jaws. Like, okay. But have you seen Piranha? We did.
Shockingly, has more action than Jaws.
Right? Like, you go in there and watch the original Piranha from 1978. I think a lot of people out there more or less remember the one that came out in, what was it, 2010?
Something along those lines. Like, whenever you had said we were going to watch Piranha, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Sat down and immediately it started. I saw the grainy footage and I was like, oh, this is not the Piranha I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah, and the fucking hilarious thing is, look, there was this one. By the way, Piranha was directed by Joe Dante. This was one of many Jaws, like, I hate to say ripoffs, but this was produced by Roger Corman, and it was a shitload. There was like a shitload of B movies inspired by Jaws, and this one here, I want to say was the only one that Steven Spielberg actually did not mind, and he liked it. It was actually like successful commercially, believe it or not. Piranha was a commercial success. It made $16 million like against a $600,000 to $700,000 budget.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say about 500,000 of that went straight to the final action set piece.
Right. So getting into the movie like a bit is, long story short, there's a shitload of these fish that were genetically altered for the Vietnamese War. They just got left behind, kind of how we left pigeons behind as a human race, which we're fucking assholes for. Pigeons are awesome. These piranha, however, are fucking not. These fish are just like me at a fucking all-you-can-eat buffet. Like, I'm charging for that bitch.
Well, shit, you paid for the first plate. Second one's free.
I'm telling you, in the third and the fourth and the fifth and so
Hell
on
yeah.
and so forth. Get your money's worth.
Get that dessert, too.
Bro, the sound these fish made.
What?
The sound that these fish made in this fucking movie.
Oh, my fucking God.
Full disclosure, we were a little stoned when we watched this movie. And it was fucking hilarious because you just hear the fish underwater and they're just like, what the fuck? For real, like the fish are like talking to each other as they're walking. Listen to me, they're talking to each other as they're swimming up. Steve,
What?
Steve,
What?
there's legs. I promise you, they probably had that conversation. It's like, Steve, there's a pair of legs right there. It's like floating in an inner tube. Look, the movie, like, they have these fish. They're in the fucking water. They leave them behind. This doctor is like, oh, there's these fish that are genetically altered. Two dumbasses, teenagers, go to this fucking site, skinny dip in the fucking water. It's literally like Jaws. They go fucking skinny dipping in the water. They get fucking eaten. Two people come to investigate, and shit goes stupid and haywire. There's a fucking exploding boat. There's a dude getting clotheslined off of his fucking skis. There's a shitload of fish. There's a shitload of blood. And it all culminates at this, like, summer camp, like, retreat or some bullshit where, oh, we're gonna open the dam because we need to let this water just flow. But along with the flow of the water, there's a flow of school of fucking hungry-ass fish ready to just bite into the asshole of every fucking person in this water.
Asshole, feet, crotch, titties, basically everything that I'm into.
I was even laughing because there is a close-up shot of Titty getting bit by Piranha, and bravo.
That was the mood.
Yeah, bravo. Just fucking bravo.
I understand.
I gotta say, the funny thing is the difference between this and Jaws is that this one actually just went with the R rating. They said, fuck it, this is rated R.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that Jaws got the PG rating, and then this movie got an R rating. And I feel like that was probably more for the language and nudity than anything. Because the gore, while Jaws had its impactful moments and very gory in some, this movie there's a lot of blood in it.
Now, was the decision of Jaws being PG, was that a marketing ploy so that more families could go see it?
I'm pretty sure, dude.
Okay.
I mean, Jaws to this day is still that big.
Yeah. Oh, no, I agree. I was just wondering if, like, that was the logic of, hey, bring your kids to see this. Fuck them up a little.
This summer, Steven Spielberg invites you and the family to bring your kids and fuck them up at Jaws. Like, I swear, that would have been the best goddamn tagline for that shit.
Dude, like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, this is PG. I understand that was a different time period, but why?
It's before the PG-13 rating was invented, obviously. We know that, but...
Like, because you have to think, I'm sure the idea of, let's say, the son of a bitch line at the end, if they didn't censor it, and a couple other moments of language, per se, this could have been an R very easily back in the 70s.
True.
So I'm just wondering, like, what the decision-making was here. Not taken away from the movie, nothing was bad about it. I'm just curious.
No, I get that. I guess it's kind of, however, you know what? I bet you anything back then, the ratings were done probably with the test screenings. They wanted to see how people reacted to this shit. Because they actually had a case of, like, on Jaws, not on Piranha. They actually had a fucking case of cinematic neurosis in a 17-year-old female viewer.
I'm sorry, what?
Cinematic neurosis.
What?
Cinematic neurosis is a condition in which viewers exhibit mental health disturbances or a worsening of existing mental health disturbances after viewing a film. Symptoms are first presented as sleep disturbances and anxiety, but one day later, the patient was screaming, "Sharks! Sharks! Sharks!" and experienced convulsions.
Ah, yes. I remember the first time I watched Taxi Driver.
Did you scream, "Shark, shark, shark," and have convulsions?
No, I just started walking into gas stations and shooting people.
Oh, okay.
That is fucking crazy, though, how, like, you look back at old movies and how that psychologically affected people back then because they just were not desensitized yet.
No, and it's so weird. Like 50 fucking years ago almost, man. Like this movie came out in 75, dude. We're on the cusp of the 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Which makes it even more interesting because it's like, on one hand, wow, 50 years, that's fucking old. On the other hand, it's like, it's only two of me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like there are people that I speak with regularly that remember when this came out.
Right.
And so I'm like, damn, you really did see like an evolution of violence and what you can get away with in film and even television.
Yeah, because think about it this way. Not so far apart from one another were Jaws and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Two very different types of horror. Two different ratings. Think about the fact that Jaws had probably more gore and actual violence in it, and it got a PG rating. Texas Chainsaw Massacre was rated R.
Yeah.
And it came out before this, and there was some shit that happened, but dude, most of everything that happens in Texas Chainsaw Massacre happens, and I'm pointing at my head. It happens in your head.
Mm-hmm.
You put that shit there. So that, again, leans into the theory of back then basing some of the ratings on test viewings and all this other shit. I mean, granted, the MPA was around then, but
yeah,
goddamn.
It's fucking wild.
No, it really is, dude. And I know we're doing this Cult Cinema Showdown like a little differently. Like normally we go into one film and then go into the other, but these movies are just so like it helps to talk about them concurrently with one another going, you know, through this because
they're borderline the same movie.
They really are. I mean, they both open with the fucking skinny dipping shit. There is a setup of, okay, this massacre happened, and then people come to investigate. In Jaws, the mayor is trying to keep the fucking beachfront open because of the money and the economic shit. This other fucking dude in Piranha, who was played by Dick Miller, God, Dick Miller's fucking amazing, was trying to keep this quote beachfront open for his business, and in spite of knowing that a massacre from an aquatic standpoint has happened, they don't give a fuck. And it's almost satirical in a way if you think about it. Even if they didn't,
absolutely.
Even if they did not fucking mean to, even back then, they were just like, God, Americans are stupid.
No.
The almighty dollar speaks,
they are not
man.
stupid. They just don't give a shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't fucking care.
It's just like what I was telling my buddy, okay? We were talking about the Ezra Miller situation.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. Way off topic, but hear me out.
All right.
I said, hey, bud, hear me out. He's like, what's up? I said, Ezra Miller is not crazy. He made the same face you did. He was like, excuse me?
I'm making that. You all know the gif I'm talking about where the dude blinks and, excuse me.
He's not crazy. You never see him going into a sketchy area and pulling this shit. You never see him going after somebody who is bigger than him. You never see him doing anything where he knows he could get his ass whipped. He is picking his battles.
God damn it.
He is not crazy. He is a sociopath at best.
Okay, I'll go with that. Either way.
You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, I do, unfortunately.
But it's like that. These people are not crazy and they're not stupid. They just don't give a shit.
This is true. Yeah, so they don't give a fuck, and a lot of people die because of this. Now, I do have to say, as badass as like it culminates in Jaws with like the big fucking shark explosion, we're gonna need a bigger boat. Like the classic fucking camera shots, the dialogue. Like you got Roy Schneider, Rob Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss. I mean, the list goes on for this time period. Great actors in their own right. I've got to give some credit to fucking Piranha, man, because there's some shit in there where it's absurd. It's just fucking absurdly humorous. And it has no business being as absurdly humorous as it is. Like the fucking, I'm not even kidding. The dude that is on the fucking skis, he's trying to tell the women in the boat to fucking speed up, and they slow down, and he starts sinking, and these piranha come up and bite him on his fucking ass, and he's like, fucking go! And they're just like, okay. And then he's just flying through the water. Another dude who is going to investigate all this bullshit is in another boat of his own. The fucking dude on the ski somehow, I don't know what the fuck happens. He either hits the boat or gets close. He goes flying off of this fucking thing and probably dies somewhere. The other boat hits the other boat sideways. It blows up. I don't know how, but it blows the fuck up. I think the dude had a gas tank on it or something, like a gasoline fucking
something.
Either way, it blew the fuck up. Like, dude, what? This didn't even look like it needed to be there. Like, they totally fucking put it in there just so they could, like, hey guys, like, wait, we need a shot for the trailer. Like, can I blow something up? We need a shot for the fucking trailer.
That's where the budget went. It sure as fuck wasn't anywhere else except for Dick Miller.
Yeah, Dick Miller. Yeah. So, and then also the damn the gore effects, like the gore makeup on everybody that was attacked, looked good.
Yeah.
And it also had that kind of grain, like the film quality to it, had that real like graininess to it. And obviously it was made in the 70s, but it was charming.
Yeah, I mean, I've always said that if I were to make a horror movie, it would be black and white and it would look grainy.
Look, I know it seems like we skimmed across the entire point of the conversation about children having...
No, we're not glossing over that shit. That shit was fucking weird.
Yeah, I swear on everything, it was the most questionable bullshit ever in this movie, where you could have just had zoom-ins of their faces and then zoom-ins of maybe like their legs and their feet getting bitten, but no, we have butts and all kinds of stuff just being attacked and eaten and zoomed in on, and it's like, okay, by all means, show them getting massacred, because I was laughing my ass off at all the children fucking getting eaten up and everybody
we
fucking...
love that shit.
Yeah.
We want them to die.
We want all the people in the water to be eaten the fuck up and die and just gore, because it's fucking horror, and if you're fucking saying opposite of that, you're a goddamn liar.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're here for.
The words out of my mouth, I fucking quote. There's a scene in the last act where these people are piling onto this wooden cabana in the middle of the fucking pond. I said, I hope that motherfucker capsizes and every goddamn person gets eaten alive. End quote. And it damn near happened. We're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back. If you haven't heard already, it's Smooth Sack Summer. When you're playing in the summer sun, make sure you're scaped from pubes to bum. That's right. This is the summer to keep your balls cool while still looking hot with Manscaped, the leader in below-the-belt grooming. They're making sure that we have a ball this summer by giving our pants partners everything they need to stay fresh. So dive headfirst into Smooth Sack Summer by going to manscaped.com and getting 20% off plus free shipping using our code SUPER. The Manscaped Performance Package 4.0 has everything that you need to prepare for that summer bod. Inside the package, you're going to find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, the Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag that's gonna hold your goodies. No, not your balls, but those goodies. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade that reduces grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Lawnmower 4.0 has a 7,000 RPM motor, a new multifunction on-off switch that engages in a travel lock, and it gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when you need a more precise shave. Guess what? It's also waterproof. Beach, lake, shower, the razor's gonna devour even the strongest pubes. Now that you have the perfect haircut, use Manscaped's liquid formulations to keep that freshness at even the hottest barbecues, because you don't want any extra barbecue sauce on the side. Most importantly, use the Crop Preserver ball deodorant to stay cool in the heat. With a soothing aloe vera formula, it's the best in the business for below-the-waist freshness, and the clear drying formula will keep it looking good and smelling good. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts to their Performance Package 4.0. That's right, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag that's going to bring your comfort game to the next level. If you're wearing sandals with funky toenails during the summer months, take a look at the Shears 2.0. It's a luxury nail grooming kit. It includes stainless steel nail cutters, tweezers, and grooming scissors. With the Performance Package, your balls are going to be ready to impress. But make sure that you cover the rest with the Shears 2.0. Get 20% off and free shipping with our code SUPER at manscaped.com. Again, that's 20% off plus free shipping using our code SUPER at manscaped.com. It's smooth sack summer, boys. Get on board or get left behind. Support for today's episode comes from True Classic. This brand new sponsor has the absolute best fitting t-shirts a man can buy. Finding the right t-shirt with a little bit of a dad bod is incredibly frustrating. Most t-shirts are either way too tight on your gut or they look way too big and boxy. You're not in high school anymore and it's time to upgrade. True Classic has already helped over 2 million men finally get a better fit at an affordable price. For a limited time only, get 25% off with our code SUPER at trueclassic.com. Almost all men's t-shirts are designed to look good on skinny models with six packs, but most of us are not packing anything but a few beers. Guys, look, you're wearing the wrong clothes. True Classic tees taper off towards the bottom, but they fit tighter around the chest and shoulders. It's time to highlight your best attributes with a t-shirt that you can confidently throw on. I would know, I'm a fellow big dude, and so always finding the right size shirt was a little difficult, but I don't have to worry about that anymore because with True Classic tees, it fits just right. Not only are you finally getting a t-shirt designed for the male body, but the first thing that you'll notice out of the box is how soft it is. Get ready to make a thrift shop run because you won't be able to go back to cheap materials once you try this stuff. True Classic does not just stop at tees. They're also your one-stop shop for other men's essentials. Super easy and simple to fill out your wardrobe, from polo shirts to workout shirts with the same flattering fit, to boxer briefs designed with a pouch to keep your bulge nice and comfortable. All their gear is top-notch quality at reasonable prices. They have this really dope pack builder on the website where you can custom bundle all the essential products that you need, and you can save even more on the discount that we're going to offer for you today. And for all the big boys out there, they have long body options for the tall dudes and up to triple extra large on their staple colors. So whether you've got abs or flabs, their clothes are going to look great on all body types. Stop beer belly shaming with better clothes. Yes, dads, listen up. The ladies listening know exactly what we're talking about too. Big dudes, small dudes, my dudes, True Classic Tees has you covered. Upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic Tees. Get 25% off at trueclassic.com with our code SUPER. Free shipping's included on purchases over $100. It's a 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. Stay classy with True Classic. Your dad bod will thank you.
Hey, I'm Pantsless Aaron.
This is Stevie.
And I'm Augie.
And we are Because Fuck You, That's Why, the podcast that's all about playing games and having fun. Our games are mostly based on British panel shows or British game shows, but we'll play just about anything that catches our attention and imagination. Our show is all about laughs, so please come by and have a great time. Why?
Because fuck you, that's why.
And we're back. And you're goddamn right, it damn near happened. Because if the motherfucking main character, I think his name was Paul Grogan, which sounds...
I don't know what his name is.
Either way, he was the guy that kept losing his accent in Piranha.
Yeah.
I was like, he was supposed to be a Texan, and he just kept, he kept losing his fucking accent.
It got to the point where I looked at you and I was like, what is he supposed to be?
Drunk.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Either way, so the plot of that part is he's trying to find this fucking plant that's running along the water. There's industrial waste. So he wants to fucking open up this fucking smelting plant so that they can use the toxic waste to kill the piranha in the water. And I'm like, you're about to just poison the whole goddamn water. You're just gonna poison some fucking water. So not only are you gonna kill the fucking piranha, you're gonna probably kill or give extra toes to whoever's swimming in that shit.
Bruh, this movie made very little sense throughout the whole thing.
The fact we didn't really have to pay attention and know what the fuck's happening.
Well, not just that. Not just that. The fact that it didn't make sense before.
Right.
The more you explain the plot, the less it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like what?
Right, I'm not even shitting you. Cut and dry. The plot literally should have been teens go get fucking killed for trespassing, eaten up. Two people come to, quote, do detective work, end quote. Meets the crazy doctor who spearheaded this entire project. They figure out what's going on and they try to save the day. Cool, that should be the plot. No, I swear there was probably about 15, 20, 30 minutes of this movie where it shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, it was a very tedious watch.
In a weird fucking way, I'm probably going to get shit for this too. So is Jaws.
Oh no, I agree. It's a classic. I think it's a great movie. But upon rewatching it for the show, I was like, I forgot how much downtime there was.
Yeah, I mean, both movies have a lot of downtime. And I think the thing with Jaws is the fact that the mechanical shark for the movie kept fucking up so much, they had to really kind of improvise how they did certain things, like the point of view shot of the first one in the movie where old girl gets fucking eaten.
Mhm.
Like, iconic as hell. But for a fact they were just like, hey, we're going to have to do something different because this shark keep fucking up. Bro, they spent so much money on these fucking mechanical sharks just for them to not fucking work half the time.
You know Spielberg was pissed. Even the downtime in that, you don't mind as much as in Piranha because it's more well directed.
Yeah, dude, it's Spielberg.
Yeah, I mean,
It's fucking Spielberg.
in his prime too. Like,
He
yeah,
was like, what was he, like 27 when he did this or some shit?
I'm 25 and I ain't done shit.
Think about that. Like, in 2 years' time, at the age you will be, Spielberg was just like, I'm going to make a fucking classic. Like that.
Man, I hope my music and my books and everything I've done just comes out okay, you know?
Right, like this motherfucker like rolls in there, he's like, cracks his knuckles. All right, boys, we're about to make a fucking certified hood classic up in this bitch. And he just drops his big old fucking great white shark dick all over the table. And we're just like, all right, cool. We're still sucking on that motherfucker 47 years later.
Dude, it's fucking insane.
Like the staying power of this, right?
Yeah.
Jaws, okay, here's the fucked up part. Let's get into this kind of parallel about both of these movies, all right? Jaws spawned an entire franchise that nobody fucking asked for because none of the sequels were as good as this one.
No.
Piranha had a sequel called The Spawning. Guess who directed that motherfucker? James Cameron.
Holy shit.
It was his first movie. It was his directorial debut.
How was it? Because like I said, I didn't even know that the 70s version existed until tonight.
Well, it didn't exactly do great.
Hey, we all start somewhere.
It said that the piranhas look as though they had been remaindered from a joke shop and that they resembled, quote, haddock with dentures. This is what makes me laugh, though. He still refers to The Terminator as his first feature film. And why wouldn't you? Why the fuck wouldn't you?
Fucked. You know, the rest of the cast and crew hears that shit. And they're just like, hey man, we happen too.
Dude, Lance Henriksen was in this pile of fucking shit.
Lance is in there like, man, forgot where he came from.
He's like, you really hired me for this bullshit? You know he was sitting there cussing him the whole fucking time.
Really imagine if he says The Terminator was his first film. What if the start to The Spawning is just like, he forgot where he came from? What if they take it personal? That'd be the funniest shit ever.
They just like launch a campaign against him. It's like, no, this is your first film, you bastard. Your first film was a fucking sequel.
God.
Ironically, his best film is a sequel.
Oh my God.
Isn't it fucking weird? Okay, James Cameron rolls in and directs Piranha 2. So he's basically taking that over from the director of the first film. Fucker rolls in, directs Aliens, a sequel from the different director, Ridley Scott. It's his own franchise, but Terminator 2 winds up being better, arguably better than the original.
Oh, there's no argument. I 100%.
So Cameron has almost perfected the art of the sequel to me. I know I have shit on James Cameron on this podcast plenty of fucking times because I fucking hate Avatar. I fucking hate that movie.
Well, that's what my next question was going to be.
I am interested in the sequels because it's not going to be Pocahontas with blue people. It's going to be something original, hopefully, with these characters.
Aquaman.
Watch it be Aquaman with blue people. I digress. Fucking the fact that Jaws had 4 goddamn movies. None of them were good except for the first one. Like, the sequel's blue ass. So there was a sequel to this movie, Piranha, called Piranha 2. And overseas, it was called Piranha 2 Flying Killers.
I'm sorry, what?
Piranha Flying Killers. But in the States, it was called Piranha 2 The Spawning.
We're not gonna ignore this. Is flying is it a loss in translation, or
They just renamed it that.
no? But like, do they mean swimming? But that's what they call it there.
No. I totally just did the Bugs Bunny. No.
Do they actually fly in that movie?
I fucking hope they do. For fuck's sake, I hope they do.
Oh, that'd be so sad. Dude, really think about how terrifying that would be.
Flying fish?
Yeah.
Like Piranha, though. Like,
Yeah.
well, fuck, flying fish, period. Like a flying great white shark. Sharknado, obviously, but without
Yeah.
the help of a tornado.
Like, really think about that, where they come out of the water
Right,
and
right.
still chase your ass. They just start flying. You can't escape.
What if they get tired like everybody else and they need to refuel, so they just kind of like flop? Yeah. What if they could only fly during like rainstorms because the water? Or they're just like, hey, there's like a puddle of water in the parking lot. I got to go flop around for a bit. Just kind of breathe into the concrete. You know, they're like, all right, roll out. And then just fucking fly.
Now, can they also do that with oil? Like the leakage from a car?
Only if there's water under it.
The rainbow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
That could give them an extra power surge, too.
I can't believe this is where we're going with this, but I'm all about it. Let's go. Let's fucking go. So,
We're onto something.
yeah, I'm telling you, man. And then we should probably put that into practice because Piranha not only had a sequel, like it had 2 remakes.
Mm-hmm.
There was one in 1995 and the other one was in 2010 called Piranha 3D, which I have to admit, out of every one of them that I've seen, that one has been by far the fucking best. It knew what it was, man.
It's funny because, like, I knew of the 95 version, didn't know about the original. Like, whenever I saw the grainy, I was like, well, this isn't what I thought it was going to be. Is it the 95 version? Seeing the haircuts, I was like, this ain't no 95, no. What the fuck is this?
Fun fact about the 2010 remake. The director, whose name I am not going to attempt to fuck up, so just look it up. He also directed the Hills Have Eyes remake.
Oh, wow.
Which is better
yeah.
than Wes Craven's. Again, I'm probably going to get shit on for that, but it's one of the rare remakes that's better than the original. It's kind of how I sit there and I think that both Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead and George Romero's Dawn of the Dead are vastly different movies, but both kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
Piranha 3D and Piranha 3 Double D were the remake and remake sequel. So they technically had multiple films in the franchise. I got to give the upper hand to Piranha, though, because I've seen most of these and they've all been entertaining in some form or fashion. Whereas Jaws, just the first one was the only good one.
Yeah.
Comparatively speaking, though, if you've got to like go with, which one kept your attention? Which one was like, this is fun? You know, it's both for me, but you know, for all the people out there that are like, hands down, it's Jaws, I'm not going for movie quality here. I'm going for what the fuck entertained me the most.
Okay.
I feel like Piranha probably entertained me the most. Look, there's a scene where the dude's going underwater to fucking open the goddamn floodgates so that this toxic waste can spill. This may have been the weed. I'm not even gonna lie. This may have been the weed. I decided it'd be cool to just mute the television and just play the fucking Super Mario 64 water theme during it. And I gotta say, the next time I watch this movie, I'm doing that shit again because for the entirety of that underwater sequence, it made the movie 1,000,000 times better. I wouldn't have done that with Jaws. I'd have just let the soundtrack play the shit. I don't know. Maybe it is hard to pick between the two.
Jaws is undeniably the better movie.
Sure.
Here's
It's always
the
going to
thing.
be the better movie. It's, the production and all that shit.
Here's the thing, as far as like what kept me the most entertained, it's not so much the movie itself entertained me. It's us ragging on it, because there were so many times where I was just zoning out. I didn't do that with Jaws. Like I said, even the slow parts
Sure.
were well directed.
Yeah, because you're sitting there going, okay, what's next for these people? What's next for
Yeah.
Because the characters are compelling in Jaws, and that's what
Exactly.
sells it.
Yeah. So there is that. But like you said, we were partaketh. So we were having a little bit of fun with bullshitting about it. So I'm like, how do I rank this? I'm gonna have to go with Jaws, just because like it is fascinating to also, what I find entertainment in is watching older movies and going, this terrified people back in the day,
Right.
but now you can show it to a 5-year-old almost. We're talking grown-ass people back 50 years ago were terrified of this.
Yeah. I was like, we're not going in the water. Fuck that.
That's like watching fucking Dracula from the 20s and shit. It's like, really, this was considered that scandalous back then.
True. I want to go to Transylvania.
It's just fucking wild. And I enjoy analyzing that shit.
No, I get that. I get that completely, like 100%. I'm leaving it in your hands. This was pretty much what I'm doing. I'm leaving it in your hands this week, sir.
I'm going with Jaws.
All right, I'll go with that. Yeah, I will go with that. I think my lean into Piranha was more for the what the fuck factor.
Yeah.
Because you know, like normally everybody out there listening knows for a fact that most of the time on this show is like, oh, that would normally probably win. Like, what the fuck factor does play in heavily to decision making here, but there's also some what the fuck factor for Jaws too.
There is, yeah.
So I guess Jaws wins this week's Cult Cinema Showdown. You got me there, sir. You got me. Now, as for our 100th Cult Cinema Showdown,
Ooh, tell me.
I think I may have told you, but it's been so long since we planned it out. There's no way to do episode 100 without both going all the way back to what inspired the actual Cult Cinema Showdown series, which are two movies that the both of us really fucking love. And I think it's only right that the 100th Cult Cinema Showdown features both films going head to head for supremacy. A lot of people out there would be like, one movie in particular should have the supremacy over this one. However, the other movie is just so what the fucking hell that it is absolutely the correct competition. We're going to be doing Samurai Cop versus The Room for episode 100.
Let's go!
Because, goddamn, look, we love Tommy Wiseau. We love Matt Caritas. We've interviewed fucking Matt Caritas on this goddamn show.
I'm Matt.
Yeah, dude, what's up? So, and ironically, the two of these motherfuckers were in a Samurai Cop sequel together. So it's not like we're not looking at two of our children and going, you're the favorite. We're looking at both of our children and we're going, just fight to the death. We're not choosing for you. You have to fucking decide.
In The Dark Knight, whenever Joker just snaps the fucking pool.
And he throws it down. He's like, we're having tryouts.
The fucking pool stick.
Yep. We're just going to break the pool stick and throw it down.
Make it fast.
Yeah. We're having tryouts. Just throw it down. So this is where we put it out to you, the people, because I know for a fact we may or may not have a tiebreaker on this bitch. Please go to our Twitter channel at @SuperMediaBros_. There will be a post. Please vote for the movie that you think would win out of the two of them in case we come to a tie.
This is going to be good.
Yeah, it really is. Please, for the love of God, because I think I could speak for Devin and I both when I say these are probably our two favorite movies as far as cult films go. Like, these are consistent rewatches, consistent group watches with people. Both of these movies are movies that we show to brand new to this entire fucking subgenre. That's what we show to people.
Yeah.
These movies are up there with fucking Miami Connection, fucking Hard Ticket to Hawaii. These movies are up there with fucking goddamn The Velocipaster now. Fucking Wolf Cop, dude. These movies are up there with fucking Thanksgiving. Like, all these movies that you see them and you're just like, what the fuck? How did this shit get made? And I think the two most prime examples literally are Samurai Cop in the room on how the fuck did this shit get made? So that's where we're going with episode 100. I don't think we really needed to explain ourselves that much, but goddamn, it's 100. This fucking series started almost 4 years ago, and we're here with 100 of them. It might go away for a while. Like, it may not return just immediately, because we might need to cool the fucking jets off after that. We may actually experience spontaneous combustion in this fucking studio with these movies, but we're just going to move forward and continue on. Next week, we're going to come back and we're going to actually pick up our WWF 1992 run.
Ooh.
We've done the Rumble. We've done WrestleMania. We're jumping all the way to jolly old London, England, Wembley Stadium for SummerSlam 1992.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, where the co-main event was the Ultimate Warrior versus Macho Man Savage for the World Wrestling Federation Championship, and the actual main event, Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog for the Intercontinental title, and a massive undercard. We'll jump into all that shit next week. But for now, visit supermediabrospodcast.com for past, present, and future episodes. Check all the other shows on the OddPods Media Network out by visiting oddpodsmedia.com. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on social media at Facebook, Super Media Bros, Super Media Bros _ on Twitter. Don't forget to vote on the fucking Cult Cinema Showdown stuff. Super Media Bros Podcast on Instagram. Please come look at our stupid pictures. They need to be looked at. We're switching the format. We're going to add more pictures of us on there. Just come look at our stupid faces. Just do it. Buy some merch. I know I probably said that already, but fucking go buy it again. Don't forget to use our code SUPER to get your Manscaped and True Classic Tea products. Just fucking do it. We're taking care of you on all fronts here. We're going to dress you and shave you down. You know, if you use the Manscaped stuff, you're going to fucking swim faster in the water to get away from these fish. And then when you get out of the water and use the True Classic Tea stuff that you buy, you can look suave as fuck. It's a win-win. Just do that shit.
I'm going to be buying some True Classic Henleys.
That's what I'm saying. Some Henleys is nice.
Dude.
Shit.
That fucking burgundy. Boy.
Set of khakis.
Oh my God. Maybe the black and white Vans.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're already plotting and planning over here. You should be too.
The black ones with the white stripe in the middle.
Boy, I'm telling you. Go use those fucking codes. Go do all that shit. Do everything we tell you to do, including listening to all of our other episodes and ranking us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podchaser, and GoodPods. Leave us a review. You ready to swim out of here? Can we go back in the water? I remember we told a lot of people not to do it until after this. Can we go back in the water?
I think so. I think it's safe.
You think so?
No.
Fuck it.
Do it.
Fuck it. We're going anyway. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Thank you guys for listening. This has been episode 237, Cult Cinema Showdown 99, Jaws versus Piranha. Until next time, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.
Smile, you sons of bitches.